And we're live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Thanksgiving Eve and Workout Wednesday. We are ready for some action tonight to talk about what you can do to start implementing that workout program that you've been itching and dying to do, but just haven't had the oomph to start. So tonight, we're going to give you some quick hitting tips to get you started, to get you stop thinking, get out of your head, and start taking action. Start taking action. And especially with the holidays coming up, with Thanksgiving tomorrow, we all know what's going to happen. The belt buckle is going to have to take a few notches wider. We're going to be stuffing ourselves, overindulging. It happens, right? We know it happens. So tonight we'll talk about some tips. In fact, I'll start it off, Cristina, if you don't mind. You know, with your workout, the first thing that you should do tomorrow, Thursday, Thanksgiving, is get up and work out. Work out. Get that metabolism going. Get your heat building in your body so you start burning calories. Remember, the first few weeks we talked about that afterburn. And when you work out intensely, moderate intensity to high intensity workouts, you create an afterburn effect where you continue to burn calories for up to 48 hours after. That's pretty awesome. That's just from the effect of one workout, right? So if you start the day off tomorrow, you're going to get that metabolism going. Now, that doesn't mean that it's open season after that, but it's going to help you. Number one, mentally, it'll help you. You know what? I worked out today. I'm going to enjoy myself a little bit, right? That's kind of what working out in the morning gets you in that kind of mindset. But also physically and physiologically, your body's going to be able to handle much better what you're taking in. And then some other things that you can do throughout the day is get up and move. Right? I don't know about you guys, but my family, it's literally from like 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night, straight eating. We eat, then we have a little break. And then we eat another round of food, and we have a break. It's nonstop. It's nonstop. So we literally have sometimes 45 minutes to an hour between courses just because we need that time to digest. So what can we do? We sit down in front of the TV, put on football, take a nap, or you can get up, walk around the neighborhood, take a little walk with your spouse, your loved one, your family, your cousins, your friends, ones you haven't seen in a long time, right? It's all about family. So get out there and go for a walk, catch up. It doesn't have to be a fast walk. It's not necessarily a quote-unquote time to exercise walk or jog. You're just out there moving, and that's going to help your digestive system, right? Also, so let's say you can't go out. Well, I have to help clean. Awesome. Great way to just keep the digestive system working and moving is just get up and start and clean the table. Start doing the dishes. Stay active. Instead of sitting there on the couch and let everything just settle and getting tired and lazy, start moving. Just the simple task of getting up and clearing the dishes. Let everybody else, let the elders, the ones who are always doing the work, let the people that are always doing all the cleanup and all the cooking, who complain about it all year long, or, oh, the holidays are here now, I don't even get to enjoy it because I have to serve, I have to cook. Well, get up and do it for them. You know how much people appreciate when you're standing at the sink doing dishes so they don't have to? You're standing there for an hour doing pots and pans. That's my job, and I don't mind because I know everybody else around is doing all kinds of other stuff to help the day be successful. So that's the least I can do, right? And then at the end of the day, after those courses, right, again, just staying active, staying moving, staying hydrated. You're enjoying your wine, your beer, your alcohol, right? You want to enjoy it? Enjoy a little bit, indulge. But in between, make sure you're hydrating, you're drinking water. That's going to help the digestive process as well. And not only for that day, but for the next day, right? Because if we drink water now, right, we're not just quenching a sense of thirst now, we're hydrating our body for tomorrow, right? So every time we drink water, we're not just quenching our desire to drink something because we're thirsty. That's going to help prepare our body for tomorrow and the day after. And so that's the way hydration works. So stay hydrated. Stay hydrated so you wake up the next day ready to go, especially if you're getting up early to go shopping, which I know I have some members of my family that wake up at like 4 in the morning to go Black Friday. Not me. I'm staying home. I don't leave. What about you, Christine? You going Black Friday shopping?
That would be a hell to the no. You couldn't pay me to go out on Black Friday. Like legit. You can't pay me to go out on that day. If I could take advantage of a Black Friday sale online, that will happen. But I'm not trying to hit any stores with the craziness. It's already the holiday season. People are out of control in these stores as it is. And on Black Friday, I like my life too much. I like my serenity too much, Tom. It ain't happening.
So some other things I wanted to mention with working out and with this holidays coming up, right? So after Thursday, we make it through Thanksgiving. Friday, get up and exercise. Get up and move. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit harder than normal, right? Because you know you overindulged. So get up there, maybe go an extra 10 or 15 minutes. If you normally walk, a mile, walk a mile and a half. If you're jogging 3 miles, jog 4 miles. Just add something to your workout, something that's a little different than what you're normally accustomed to, right? Do an extra set, do a few extra reps, whatever you can do to make it a little bit more challenging. Christina, one of the things we always hear with exercise at this time of year is that, well, I don't have time. It's the holidays. There's so much going on. So if I can recall, we have Thanksgiving, right? We have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's. So that's 4. That's 4 days. So in about a 6-week period, there's 4 days that are committed to holidays. That doesn't. What about the other, 38 days throughout that 6-week period? Were you not going to work out because there's shopping to do? I mean, it's a silly argument. And if you really think about it, and if that's an argument that you convince yourself that that's what you're going to be doing, you're going to just stop working out, or you're not going to start until after the holidays because you don't have the time or it's not convenient. Holidays are 4 days. They're 4 days. And tomorrow I'm going to be waking up. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to work out. Oh my God, I worked out on a holiday. That's what you do. That's what you do. So you can continue working towards your goals, right? This is about setting your goals and sticking to them. Goals don't take the day off just because there's a holiday, or because it's raining out, or because it's sunny, or because you're sad. Goals don't stop. Life doesn't stop, right? So you have to be committed to your goals, what you've written down in your daily routine, right? In your daily tracker, right? Tomorrow, set your goals. What are your goals for the day? My goal is to enjoy myself. That's for sure. But guess what? I'm going to be waking up first thing tomorrow morning. I'm going to have a hard workout because I know I'm going to feel better about the whole day if I get my workout in. Right? So, Christina, when you work out consistently and then you miss, it just you just don't feel right. I get crabby.
I'm a cranky girl.
I get cranky. I just feel off. I get short with people just because it's my time, and I feel like I need to do that to have to feel like I accomplished something that day for myself, for my own personal, just persona. I want to feel like I completed my task. It's a passion of mine, number one, but also I just love the way it makes me feel. That's why we work out, not for any particular goal in mind, right? I've been in the fitness industry for over 20 years. I've been working out for close to 30 years, right? So not every time I'm working out, my goal is to bench press 400 pounds. So let me make sure. Sometimes I'm just working out to move. Actually, the majority of the time, I'm just working out because I know it's good for me. And I want to feel good. Not necessarily look a certain way or hit a certain number. It's to feel a certain way. I love the way it makes me feel, right? That should be the goal. That should be the goal. And a day like tomorrow, move, stay active, get out there, walk with your family, Start the day off with a good workout. Wake up Friday morning with a good workout, and you'll see this holiday season. You'll be able to handle all that stress, that anxiety that we, as Westerners, we place so much stress on this time of year. We don't wind up not even enjoying it because we feel like we have to. It's a rat race, and you got to stay in that rat race and running from here to there to there to there. Well, take your own time. This is self-care time, and the workout is foundational when it comes to that self-care. So, thank you.
Thank you, Tom. So I'm going to throw a few quick facts out there and some statistics for everyone. During the holiday season, people who have not incorporated fitness and nutrition as part of their normal day-to-day lifestyle will gain, on average, 10 plus pounds, and it will take them, on average, 5 to 6 months to lose their holiday weight. So if you're already not happy with how you feel, and it's not just about the way you look, but okay, let's get real here. Aesthetically pleasing is something that we all want to be and we all look for. So if you don't feel like you look like your best self and you don't feel like your best self, this is not the time to add to the problem. This is the time to start making some changes and not be one of those people that fall into the percentage of 67% of people gaining this amount of weight during the holiday season. Nip it in the bud. And like Tom said, we're talking about 4 or 5 days of actual festivities that we are now going to excess, as if we don't go to excess other times of the year. And if we were to use holidays and celebrations, by the time you calculate every holiday and every celebration that you have to attend throughout the year, I mean, what is the point? If we're just never going to eat right, we're never going to get active, we're never going to take care of our own mindset, our own development. We're going to use again, it's that bad relationship, that wrong relationship with food, that we use food for emotions and celebrations versus using it for fuel, and remembering that our calories are units of energy that are required for us to function properly. So with that said, you can enjoy the holidays and you can enjoy some of the things you don't normally have without binge eating nonstop for 12 hours. Okay, there's absolutely no need to do that. Let's practice some discipline, some moderation, some portion sizes. Let's spread it out a bit, and let's get up and get moving in between, okay? Another thing is, and we're going to talk about it in detail later, but I'm going to throw it out there because it goes with that not losing weight, the excuses that people make. So we're going to touch on 10 excuses that people tend to make, or especially around this time of the year and going into the new year. We hear it all year long because we're in the industry, but it becomes more prominent right now around the holidays. So with that said, let's just talk about a couple of ways we can get moving. So I put your workout tracker on the bottom of this video again, because this time we're going to use it in week 3. This is a development week. So we are going to actually write out our planned activities and schedule them. We're not going to wing it. It's not about tracking what we're actually getting in. It's not about setting 3 days aside to do it, to get started. Now this week is about scheduling it out to get the bare minimum in. So we're going to take the workout for you, and we're going to say, here's your bare minimum. So you're going to do some cardio activity. And remember, we said cardio activity are things like walking, and you can either go from walking at an even pace or walking fast, so that you can go from moderate to intense. That's up to you. Water aerobics, more moderate. Swimming laps would be more vigorous. Riding a bike fast or on hills would be vigorous. Riding the bike on level ground would be moderate. Playing doubles tennis or playing singles tennis. Pushing your lawnmower, not this time of year, but get your shovels ready, because that would be an option, okay? Playing basketball. Do group activities if you need to, if that's going to motivate you more. But you're going to get cardio in at least 3 days over the next week, and at least 30 minutes of it at least a moderate pace, which means there's no dilly-dallying while you're walking. You're walking. You're either walking or you're walking fast. There is no turtle crawl. here. Okay. You want to make those 3 days effective days. And then 2 other days of the week, you are going to do some strength training. You're going to do full body. So make sure you hit all 8 muscle groups. And on those same days, you're going to throw in some neuromotor exercises so that you can work on balance, agility, coordination, things of that nature. Those of you who watch Transformation Tuesday, there are 3 MBS workouts that were written down that are being given for free. Go click on the link and you can get them right there. Nuclear is one of them that would take care of your neuromotor and your strength training workouts. Flexibility, I believe fusion's included in there. To get your flexibility in, do it on the days where your cardio is at. And then stretch lightly before and after on your strength days as well. But make your concentrated flexibilities on the same day as your cardio. So there you go. We're talking about 5 days a week where you're dedicating bare minimum 45 minutes each day. Maybe on your strength days, an hour, because you're going to have some longer rest periods in there. So 3 cardio days where you're doing some extended flexibility training, 2 strength days where you're targeting on both days all your major muscle groups, and you're going to do some neuromotor exercises on those days as well. If you're not sure what those exercises are, the 3 workouts that we gave away for free yesterday, they're written down. You can Google, if you don't know what the next exercise is for a demo, go to bodybuilding.com or hit me up on info@mbsconnection.org and I can send you some demo videos, some still shots of the exercises. You can get it done. There's absolutely no reason you can't get it done. But you're going to plan your week ahead of time because you don't want to make any excuses. So it becomes a priority when you put it down and you put it into your schedule. How does that sound, Tom?
That sounds awesome. You know, like you said, the workouts the programs that we are offering for free from yesterday's videos will cover every aspect of fitness and all the things that we're talking about, you know, and they're simple movements. You don't need a gym. You don't even need any equipment to do them. It's your body. That's the beauty of it. So, you know, Cristina and I, we're going to talk about some common excuses. There is no excuse. It comes down to, you can have the top 10 lists of excuses. It's all BS. It's all BS. There is no excuse. You have the equipment, you have the space, you have the time. Now it's just taking action. Forget motivation. Forget the inspiration until the sun and the moon and the stars all align. It's never going to align. You're never going to be good. I'm waiting till I'm ready. It's like when it's here. Oh, I'm waiting to be ready to have kids. You're never going to be ready, right? Oh, I'm waiting till I have enough money till I get to this point in life. You're never going to be ready. You're never going to be ready till everything is perfectly aligned for you to start your fitness workout, your fitness routine. There's no difference between today and January 2nd. So you might as well start now. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. And as Cristina said, once you start doing those workouts 5 days a week, it becomes a part of you. And in the beginning, yes, your body will be sore. You're doing things that you're not accustomed to, right? Week 2, things are going to get a little bit easier. Week 3, even easier. Week 4, a little easier. But then at some point, you got to start taking it up a notch. Because as your body acclimates and gets adjusted to the stress, you're not going to respond the same way. So now you have to push it a little further. All right, it'd be like, well, I ran a mile. Well, maybe the first week, a mile is really good. But after a month or 2 months or 3 months, a mile is nothing. So now you have to increase it to 2 miles and so forth. So it's all about creating new adaptations, and the only way to create those adaptations is to create new stress, right? Good physical stress, challenging. And your body will become accustomed to it. Your mind will become accustomed to that new stress. But most importantly, you're creating new habits, and you're creating new connections in your brain and rewiring your brain that old you is gone. That old self that was complaining and procrastinating and always putting it off, those are gone. Right? So now you're setting new habits, the new standard in your life. And when you do that 5 days a week, why not 6 or 7, right? Remember, just because you're not following, if you have your set program for 5 days, doesn't mean on those other days that you do nothing, right? So if you're pushing yourself hard for 5 days, guess what? Day 6 and 7, nice stroll around the neighborhood, go for a nice walk, whatever it is.
Active rest.
Yeah, active rest. Take a yoga class. Go on YouTube. There's a million yoga videos. Million. Do a 20-minute, 30-minute, an hour, whatever you're capable of. Just take a yoga class. Something simple that's going to make you feel great. Active rest. It's going to help with the soreness, right? And you know, there's so many ways, Cristina, to work out, to exercise. If you have a passion for a certain activity, then do that. If you enjoy, you know, one of the things we talk about is not only the reps and the sets and how often to do it, but it's the type of exercise that you're doing, and enjoyment is a big part of that. And if you're enjoying what you're doing, then you're going to continue doing it, right? So it's important to find an activity that you really enjoy, right? That you become to love, right? And incorporate that into your program. You know, one of the things I like to do, the way I always thought, Cristina, is if I picked up a new activity, for instance, say mixed martial arts, every other time I worked out, if I was going to lift weights that week or I was going to go running that week, I used that as my inspiration to improve my skills from mixed martial arts, to prepare. So I can now, when I get to class, now I can focus on the actual skill development of mixed martial arts. So whether it's you're a tennis player or you're a golfer, you can't play golf all year long, but do the exercises to benefit your golf game when it comes time to play. So let that be your driving force, your determining factor on how often and how committed you are to your plan, right? So if you're that active person, you like to compete, you like to participate in different types of things, well, let the exercise program be your support. Let it complement your activities and let it help you prepare for that. And not only that, Cristina, you know, we like to prepare for sports or activities and work on our body, but also mentally, when you're more prepared, you're going to be able to stay more committed. And when you come in, as you see your game improve, as you see your golf game improve, your tennis game, your martial arts, whatever it is, guess what? It's a cycle. You're going to keep working out. You're not going to quit. You're not going to stop. Right? So it's a cycle of continuity. So as you work out, you see results, your golf game improves, you keep working out, you're getting results, your golf game improves, your fitness, and it keeps going on and on and on. Right? It's very inspiring. It's very motivating. And I love hearing clients, members, friends, family that are participating in workout programs and see lifestyle changes. Right? I'll use my mother as an example. Right? You know better than anybody. Right? She's very limited in some of her things that she can do. Right? But with her fitness and her workout routines, she's able to live a more fulfilling and active lifestyle. Now, we're not talking about completing marathons here. We're talking about being able to get up and walk for an extended period of time. Right? So for some people, it's life-altering. It's life-altering. Right? So wherever you're at in your life, let exercise be that support. Let it be a complementary factor in your daily existence to help you with your game, to help you with basic life skills. You know. Thank you.
Okay, so let's go into some of the excuses. On my blog today, I listed 10, and then I noted that we were going to be covering them tonight. So probably the number one is that I can't afford it. I can't afford the gym. So here's what I have to say to that. Number one, you can't afford not to sign up for some sort of physical activity. Let's face it. If you're not an expert and if you say you don't have the time to do it now, then forget trying to do the research to piece it all together and stop banging your head against the wall, doing things that are not working for you because you don't want to take the time to do the research to figure out what you should be doing for yourself. So remember what we said during our mindset Mondays and our thermal Thursdays. it is important to get a coach, or in this case, a trainer, to seek guidance from professional sources, okay? That minimizes the times we hit our head against the wall and we get results faster, okay? So you can't afford to not do it, because people who are not working out, who are overweight, and who are living unhealthy lifestyles are more likely to suffer from a or multiple chronic conditions that could have been preventable. They also spend on average $4,000 more in ER visits a year. Let's start doing the math in medical expenses. Let's start doing the math in food that we are buying that is sitting on our shelves that we either eat all at once or ends up sitting there forever, and it's a waste. All the medications, because you got to take into account every doctor visit also that you're going to, and all the medications that you have to take throughout the year. It all factors into you not living a healthy lifestyle to begin with. So you can't use the excuse that you can't afford not to. You're ending up spending more money in other areas because you're not. And with gyms being as low as $10 a month, there is no excuse for anyone to say that they can't afford a gym membership. Okay? Really, there is none. And personal trainers, average. I mean, you get what you pay for. You can get them as low as $25, or you get those that are $100 plus an hour. The ones that you're with $100 plus an hour are probably going to be the ones that are going to bring more value to the table, and are going to be the ones that are going to instruct you and educate you, so you're not with them for the rest of your lives. So you're not paying $25 an hour 3 times a week for 10 years. Okay? Do the math. And then stop looking at it as money that you can't afford or expenses that are going to be added, and start looking at your health and fitness as an investment in yourself. Okay, it is not an expense, it is an investment. If you're going to be spending money anywhere, it should be in your self-care. So that's it. As far as we're concerned, we debunked number 1. Okay, you can't afford not to do it. Do the math on what you're spending a year on ER visits, doctor's offices, medical bills, eating out, all kinds of things that are not bringing you any kind of health, optimal health or fitness in your life. And they probably are causing the stress to begin with that you're experiencing. Okay, number 2, you're too tired. This is my favorite. I'm too tired for exercise. You're too tired. You can't afford to be too tired. When you start working out, your energy levels increase. And I'm talking about within the first 2 weeks, you feel a difference. Okay? You feel a difference when you start working out. So you need to work out to increase your energy levels to begin with. You cannot use that as an excuse. Will week 1 be tough? Absolutely. Will the beginning of week 2 be tough? Absolutely, because you're getting in the swing of things, you're getting into the routine, and you're getting to a place where you're becoming consistent. But you're going to notice the difference in your energy levels, and it also improves your sleep. So really, and your stress management. There are just so many reasons why we can't say that we are too tired or can't afford to do it. Let's hit number 3. You need more motivation than your health. Well, I'm just going to keep it about as real as I can on this one and say that if your health is not motivation enough for you to take action, you really should probably schedule an appointment with the nearest psychologist, because you are in some kind of critical condition, okay? Because if your own health is not important to you, there is something not right about you. You are not stable. So health alone should be enough motivation to get you off your ass and moving. Hate to be blunt. And if it's not, then you're some serious kind of depressed and you need to go speak to somebody. It just is what it is. Yes, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real, okay? You have a problem. You have a problem much bigger than exercise, all right? And you should not be using that as an excuse by any means. And I'm not the one that's going to sugarcoat you and say, set small baby goals so that you can go and not hit them and then go hit your head against the wall again and find yourself in the same place. No. Your health should be enough motivation for your ass to move. I'm sorry. on it. And if it's not, you need to get help and end the discussion there. You don't have the time. That's another, number 4 is my favorite. You don't have the time. Of course you have the time. You have the time for the things that you make priorities. You have the time for the things that you see value in. You have the time to Netflix. You have the time to Facebook. You have the time to Snapchat. If you have the time to do all that and hit the bar on the weekend with your friends, you have time to work out. You're not making it a priority in your life and you don't see the value in it. So sit down with yourself and get honest about what your schedule is really like, what kind of things that you're wasting your time doing, what can you minimize your time on, like things like social media use. If you're not utilizing social media for business or for personal development, then it's not necessary. It's just not necessary. So you should not be wasting time on these kind of things and not working out. And get up earlier if you have to. Get up an hour earlier. Your body and your life will adjust to it. You will be grateful you did it after the first few weeks on it. But get up. You can make the time. Family or no family. I have nurses that are in school who have twins, okay, that are working 12-hour shifts most days of the week or in school raising their children, and they find the time. I don't want to hear it. They roll into their group fitness classes coming off of a shift. Don't want to hear it about time. I've had single parents that were nurses. How about that? Not even a partner to help them with their kids. And they picked up their kids and brought them to Group X. Okay? It is all about what is important to you and what you see value in. We make the time for the things that we feel are important. We don't make times for things we don't see value in and that we haven't prioritized. So prioritize yourself and your life. Next on the list, you don't like working out alone. Okay, join a group fitness class or get a partner. Get a gym partner or a workout partner at home. Get your friends to meet up a few days a week. Do it together. It's something productive that you can all do. Better yet, take all your butts down to a Group X class. Tom?
Here's what happens sometimes. You work out with a partner, and you say, hey, we're going to get up at 5 a.m., and we're going to be at the gym by 5:15, and we're going to work out every day. Yeah, we're going to go. You're fully committed. 3 days in, guess who doesn't show up? Your partner. I'll just do a workout today. And, yeah, it wasn't okay. I just kind of went through the motions. And then the next day comes, and maybe they show up. And so this cycle goes on and on and on for a few weeks, where maybe they show up 2 out of the 5 days, 3 out of the 5 days. So then you start getting discouraged because your partner's not working out. And when they do work out, they want to talk the whole time. They're not as serious as you. So then you start getting dragged down. So eventually you wind up working out on your own anyway. Because unless you find somebody that you make a pact in blood that you are never going to miss a class, that you are never going to miss a session, that you are going to give 100% every single day, that you will not let anything stop you, then you're going to find out you're going to be working out alone. Okay? So you might as well start now. Might as well start getting comfortable with yourself. Because in reality, it's all you got in this world. You're with yourself, and you're the one that has to live in that body and live in your own mind. So you better become good friends with yourself. Because, I see it all the time, Cristina, especially with this one, that we start relying so much on other people. And of course, it is our duty, and it's our life's purpose to be around people, help people, uplift people, and be loved and give love. But ultimately, we have to love ourselves first before we're going to be any good to anybody else. So get comfortable being alone, being on your own, challenging yourself, listening to your inner voice, listening to your instinct, trusting yourself. Trust it, and just start. Yep. This goes back to the number 3 with the motivation, right? Motivate yourself. If your health isn't enough, I mean, like you said, that should really be enough. There really is no other reason that you
If
need.
it's not, go get a mental evaluation. Go get a full comprehensive, mentally speaking, because how could one not care about one's own health? Something's not right up there if that's the case. We got some deep-rooted issues that need some serious professional help with.
I like the way you say, Cristina. You know, yesterday we talked about, and even previous episodes, they're not in enough pain yet.
Nope.
Right? So I don't know how much pain you're waiting to be in. I don't know about you, Cristina. I don't like pain. Pain doesn't feel good. Pain tells us that something is wrong and we should stop doing whatever it is that's causing that pain. Not us. Not for whatever reason, this human race of ours, we suppress. No. Don't acknowledge your pain. That's a sign of weakness. No, it's a sign of intelligence. Acknowledge your pain at first light and do something about it. And again, going back to working out alone, just do it. You just got to do it. Stop relying on other people to make the big boy decisions for you. Put on your big boy pants or big girl pants and step it up. Stop making excuses. You know, this, Cristina, I love Workout Wednesdays, and I love this list that we're talking about because this is the no BS zone.
Yep.
It's no BS zone. You can't sugarcoat this. You
Wait
either
till
have
next.
you have to just work out, put all the BS aside. I want to say a bad word really bad, but just put all the BS aside and do it. That's what has to be done, right? You just have to start moving. You got to put all the excuses aside and just start moving. Enough of the crap. Just go. Just do it.
Nope. Here's my next favorite, Tom. I'm too embarrassed. So here's what other people will tell you, other fitness gurus. Well, then start off slowly. Go for a walk in your neighborhood alone. Yeah, they're telling you basically, all the people that are telling you to do that or to do anything like that are basically encouraging your shame of yourself. Okay? I'm not going to do that. If they're secretly saying that you have something to be embarrassed about, think about it. Instead of telling you what I'm going to tell you, which is get over yourself. Get over yourself. Okay? The world does not revolve around you. When you're walking into the gym, the whole gym does not stop because you entered. To acknowledge your presence. People who are there to gossip are going to gossip about anyone regardless of what they look like. The rest of them are there to work out. They could care less about what everyone else is doing because they are worried about what they are doing. So get over yourself and get out of your head. Okay? I'm not going to tell you it's okay to hide. It's not okay to hide. It's not okay to feel embarrassed about yourself. Face your fears, face your challenges, and get over yourself, okay? That's an ego thing, hidden behind a poor me thing, okay? There's nothing to be embarrassed about. And FYI, if you're going to get physically active, the people who are more physically fit than you are going to commend you for being somebody who's proactive about their health instead of staying stuck to where you are. So nobody is judging you for it. And the ones who do, I'm sorry, they don't matter. They have some other issues they need to deal with. They need to be tuning in on Mindset Monday and Thermal Thursdays for other advice and other reflection and evaluation. Get over yourself, go to the gym, go take the group fitness class, go join a coaching group, sign up for an online training. Get over yourself. Enough with the embarrassed thing. I don't want to hear it, and I'm not going to co-sign your shit either and tell you to hide anywhere because that's bullshit. Sorry. You get bored easy. Here's where group fitness classes are absolutely awesome because when you can sign up for a variety of classes, people who get bored easily, find a location or a business that has a variety of formats available that is offered throughout the day. I'm not talking about your YMCA where it's like maybe 2 or 3 group fitness classes scheduled and it's the same ones throughout the week. I'm talking about we have at least 14 different formats on our schedule and at least 9 different ones are being offered Monday through Saturday. Okay? So you can get a mix of routines in and not get bored with your workouts. And also make sure you have instructors that are kicking it up a notch every so many weeks. So they're challenging you and keeping it fresh and keeping it intense for you and keeping the energy levels up. Most cost-effective way to train to meet your goals, but make sure that you're going where there's variety. Make sure they're proven formats. Make sure your instructor is there and focused and engaged in what they are doing. And make sure that there's some sort of communication going out either on a chat group or something else that's going on so that you can get educated along the way. Tom, did you want to throw anything in on those last two before I move to our last two?
Yeah, specifically about the, getting bored. It's such a cop-out in so many ways, on so many levels. If you really think about the way we learn through repetition, not by changing every other day. And so, I like to say this, in our society nowadays, we expect every meal to be the greatest meal ever, every experience to be the greatest experience ever. Like, it's got to be better than what the day was before, and it's got to be new and refreshing. And sometimes that same old boring but challenging session, that's what you need. If you want to get stronger, guess what you need? You need to continue to do the same things over and over and over again and keep building upon the previous week and the previous week and the week before that and the week before that and the week before that. I'm not saying don't have variety. We offer, Cristina, when you look at our programs, we have a ton of variety. But you're going to be doing the workouts continuously. So you're going to be repeating the workouts. Why? Because you need to build and adapt to the stress. And then once you adapt to that stress, then you can challenge yourself even more, right? But we hear about it in fitness all the time. You got to shock the system. You got to do things different all the time. No, you don't. If I want to be really good at multiplication, guess what I have to do? I have to do a ton of multiplication over and over and over again, right? For a long period of time to get really good at it. And that's what happens to your body. So variety is awesome, but guess what? You're going to be coming back to that workout eventually, week after week after week. So maybe, of course, your workout on Tuesday should be different than Monday, and your workout on Wednesday could be different than Monday and Tuesday. Of course, there's going to be variety. But guess what? We're going to be coming back to that Monday workout, and we're going to be doing it over and over and over again so you get good at that workout. So the boredom means that you're not putting the effort in. You're not challenging yourself enough. So find that team, find that Group X class, find that trainer. Whatever it is, find that situation that is going to challenge you to be better this time than you were the last time. Challenge yourself. And only you know if you really challenge yourself. We're good at faking it, at pulling the hoodwink over people's eyes. But you can't fool yourself. So challenge yourself, push yourself, and the boredom, all of these excuses, they're BS. All the reasons we're giving you, they're total BS. There's no such thing as boredom. It means you're not challenging yourself enough.
Nope.
Get out of the funk. Get rid of your old habits and your fixed mindset, because that's all it is. Oh, I stopped going because I was bored. I just going to the gym, and it was the same thing, and there was nothing new. BS. Total BS. So get out of the fixed mindset.
Thanks, Tom. And I fibbed before. I just, when Tom was talking, I just glanced back. We have 13 different sections a day offered. And it's not the same one all day long. There are a variety, at least 10 or different, 10 different formats on average a day with 13 sections a day. So our early classes are at 5 a.m. Our night classes end at 9 p.m. There are classes almost on every hour on the hour throughout the day. So time availability, it really is no excuse. I'm sure we're not the only fitness business out there offering variety. It really is nonsense and BS. And again, it's just nonsense. So the next one, I love it because it kind of goes with that I'm embarrassed one. All right. It's very similar. And it's, I don't like working out around the opposite sex. What are you, a child? you can't focus because you're a woman and there's a man in the room, or vice versa? Really? I mean, really. I love these whole like men's zones and women's only gyms. Like the whole concept cracks me up because why do you care? If you're not going to the gym or going to the class to focus on yourself, how hard you're working, and you're more worried about how you look and if the opposite sex is noticing you or not noticing you, or if you can be confident in front of them or not, then your motives for going are all wrong to begin with. So you really need to do a check on yourself. What does it matter? I'm sorry, I'm not one that's going to co-sign that. Go get a male workout partner if you're a chick and watch how much they challenge you. Okay? This is speaking from a girl who's played on all boys sports teams. So I don't find myself intimidated walking into a gym with men. Guess what? Because I'm not there to check them out. I can really give a rat's ass what they're doing, because when I'm there, guess what I care about? What I'm doing. So I never understood that, and I'm not going to co-sign it either. All right? That's not something I'm going to co-sign. But if you feel the need to, I will applaud you for at least going somewhere. But I'm never going to say that it's the right mindset. You're closing yourself off, because I have learned a lot from the guys in my life, and there have been plenty of men who have learned a lot from me, and I know because they still thank me today for some of the things I've taught them. And if we closed off our minds to not being able to learn or work out around the opposite sex, we would have missed those opportunities. I'm sorry. So don't go there. That's another, I call big BS on that. And then the last one that we have is, where are we at? You're a full-time parent. And as opposed to what? A partial time parent? A sometimes parent? What, like, I parent on the weekend? I parent one day a week? I parent an hour? Like, you're a parent? Your point? That should be more of a reason why you do the right thing to set an example than as an excuse not to do it. And nowadays, I mean, give me a break. There are daycares in all the gyms. There are kid classes. How about your kids are registered for 17 different activities after school? Why can't you go work out during those times? Set an example. Hey, sweetie, dropping you off at soccer practice. And while you're here, mommy's going to the gym. Be back in an hour. It's not an excuse to not work out. It's the very reason you should be working out. What message are you sending to your kids? Be active while you're little, but when you're an adult, it's no longer important. I mean, that's the message that I hear when they're telling me that they're a parent and they don't have time. Not to mention, like I've said, I have all sorts of parents, okay, that work out with me who are, these people are business owners. When you own a business, you work around the clock. There is no 9 to 5, okay? Let me just break that to the world on it. Nurses, doctors, I mean, you lawyers, you name it, okay? And they have very demanding careers, and they have also children, and they get it done. So I don't want to hear it. I think that's just one of the biggest. I probably should have put that as #1 in my book, because it is the biggest BS I've ever heard. You're a parent. It's the very reason why you should make time to work out on it. So anything you want to add on 9 and 10, Tom, before we wrap up tonight?
You know, I can speak personally on parenting, and I'm involved as much as I possibly can. When I'm not at work raising other people's kids, I'm raising my own. So, and I'm all in. I want to be part of everything with my kids. So I work out right behind me in my garage at home, right? So before, I used to go to the gym at 5 in the morning, so I knew that when I come home from work that I can devote my time. So that was a sacrifice I was willing to make, and I needed to make, not only for me, but for them. Because, again, it goes back to what we were talking about. When I don't work out, I don't feel like myself. So when I would come home at night and I skip the workout in the morning, I'll go later, or I'll just go tomorrow. Well, guess what? When I went to help them with homework or to drive them around to practice and so forth, I was grumpy, I was cranky, because I didn't get me time. And it's so important to get that me time. And my life is about setting the example for those around me. I mean, that is for me, that's one of my main factors of why I'm here is to set an example for others in my life, and especially for my own kids, right? From nutrition to working out. All right, so now we're really focusing on the nutrition aspect of my house, and my kids are picking it up, and we're teaching them about macronutrients and stuff, and they can recite some of the macros and the calories and the fat and the sugar. It's awesome. So we're setting that example for them. We're teaching them. We're making them part of the process. They see mommy and daddy exercising, and guess what? It becomes the norm. That becomes the expectation. Real quick, Christine, before I throw it back to you, I was talking to a friend today, young girl, early 20s. She's talking about her mom's a runner. Her mom's run close to 50 marathons. She's done triathlons. For her 50th birthday, she ran an ultra triathlon. Right, it's 50 miles of running. And then you have the swimming and the biking. Guess what? She was a parent. And she trained at all hours of the day, but she was willing to do that because she had a goal, and she wanted to set that example for her children. So that was important. So the number, you talk about number 3, motivated, need motivation to work out. Number 10, number 9 on our list, or number 7 on our list, whatever it is, being a parent. There's your motivation, your health, and your family. You don't have your health, you're not going to be around for your family. I think that should be enough. I don't know how much more pain you want to be in.
Thanks, Tom. Apparently, a lot of people need to be in a lot of pain. They wait until it's, many years of suffering, many conditions, like your mother, who wishes she would have been more active prior to her injury so that maybe she would have bounced back a little quicker and would have allowed me to push her harder earlier on. But I will say I'm proud of her for how hard she lets me push her today. And that's all that matters on that end. Okay, so guys, tomorrow is Thermal Thursday, and it's also Thanksgiving. Tom and I, contrary to popular belief, we do more than just work. So we will be having Thanksgiving dinner with our families, and there will be no Thermal Thursday episode. However, on Follow Through Friday, we are going to bring you some of the tips that we were going to bring you on Thermal Thursday this week regarding development. And that's how we'll kick off Follow Through Friday. And then, of course, as always, we will wrap up the week with our follow through tips that are focused on development this week. Couple updates. We are now able to go live chat with you guys on YouTube. Starting next week, we will be live simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. There are lots of Black Friday specials that are going around. They end at 6 p.m. on Black Friday, so don't miss out. Share the wealth of information with your friends and family. We're also going to have the phone lines available starting next week on Mindset Monday. There will be an 800 number you can call in to ask your questions. So you can live chat your questions, or you can call in and ask your questions. We are also in the process of scheduling some guests, so stay tuned because we are going to have some people on joining us so we can interview them on a variety of topics. With that said, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And Tom, happy Thanksgiving to you and the fam.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and to everyone out there watching. Happy Thanksgiving. Get moving.
That's right. We'll see you guys Friday.